Hello, Andrew here. Welcome back to HOSPO Health. In this session, I would like to teach you ways of summing up your environment that you're working in and to be able to kind of understand and kind of learn what could be potential risk hazards and ways of preventing injuries in your workplace. There are lots of different challenges in every workplace, but if you are aware of them, that is the number one best form of injury prevention. And also understanding the effects that different movements and different habits have on your body and the effect it might be having in the long term will enable you to be able to mitigate those risks and those effects. So for example, if you're standing at a job where you're doing a lot of standing still, just know that that has an impact on your body. Your body doesn't enjoy being held still. Your body actually gains benefit from movement. It helps your circulation. It helps every aspect of your body when you're moving. But when you're standing still, it puts a lot more pressure on the system. So if you find yourself in a job where you're not moving very much, there are a few key strategies you can put in place. First of all, look at what you're standing on. If it's a hard surface, let's try and get something a bit softer down to maybe some rubber matting or something like that. It'll just take a bit of pressure off your feet. And that should be in place, but if it's not, make sure that it is. But also then try and find ways of getting some movement into what you're doing. Simply just changing postures and moving your feet positions can be beneficial, but also when perhaps it's a bit of a quieter moment, actually just getting some movement through your body of any kind will be beneficial. Even just some walking on the spot would be good because it helps to get that circulation from the lower legs and back up and get everything moving again. The body hates being held still. Think about the movements you're doing in your day as well. So you may well be required to do a lot of bending, so working on your bending technique, for example, or you might be doing a lot of reaching or whatever else. Be aware of what you're doing and then try and put some things into place which are the opposite of that. So if we're always on a laptop doing this, for example, our bodies start to become like that. We need to give the body the opposites. That means we've got to get out and open and wide and do the opposite of what you've been doing all day. That helps to balance the body out. It helps to give the tissues a little bit of what they want. It wants to get them back in their normal posture. The next thing to think about too is the conditions that you're in. So if it's a hot environment or a loud environment, these things also have injury risk related to them as well. We talked about hydration, but we're also talking about not being able to pick up on cues and different things that might be going on around you. So again, the number one best way for you to prevent injuries is for you to be aware of your environment. So take close stock of what your job requires and become active yourself in improving the situation in which you find yourself in and ways that you can manage yourself to have your body feeling better at the end of the day.